What's up, y'all? It's your boy Charles in Israel. Just tapping in with you guys. Listen, I am checking out Diary of a Mad Man by Scarface. Checking it out. We're gonna go ahead and listen to it, and after we're done, I'm gonna give my reaction. Hit that thumbs up, that button, and thanks for watching Charles in Israel, guys. Appreciate it.
Chapter 10. I'm Black.
Yes, you are.
As badly as the country wanted to make everything a Cosby Show moment, the reality for the majority of Black America was really more boys in the hood. And people wanted to hear that shit. Even today, I think that's still true for the most part. But when we came on the scene, and as things continued to develop in hip-hop, it became less and less about people trying to out-rap each other, and much more about delivering the truth and getting the word out about what was really going on in the streets of America. Not just what America wanted you to see. And it was that hunger for information, after being starved of it for so long, that really led to a great run for everybody who was making the kind of music that we were making. Because we were all conversing with each other and letting everyone know that the shit that they were dealing with in, say, Chicago or LA was the same kind of shit we were dealing with in Houston, and the same kind of shit niggas were dealing with in DC or New Orleans or Baltimore or Memphis. And it was just that knowledge and that familiarity that made the shit so compelling. Because you can be out here and start to really think that you're the only ones getting fucked or the only ones going through some crazy shit on the block. But when you hear these records and it's just like, oh shit, I was just listening to a motherfucker from Cleveland and they're going through the same shit we are right here. And that's powerful. It's powerful and empowering to know that you're not alone, even when your back is against the wall and the shit is just straight horrific. Knowing that it ain't just you or your crew or your block or your town or your police department or whatever it is. That's some powerful shit. And it ain't like I'm just making that shit up. You can see it in the sales and the way the music just exploded. Because once the records of niggas telling their side of the story started getting around, that's when we realized that the whole world was a ghetto. When we got a new album from Tupac or a new album from MC Breed, it was like, no shit, the police are fucking with you in Flint too? Or, niggas is selling dope and getting shot in Oakland too? That's the same shit that's going on in North Carolina, which is the same shit that's going on in Port Arthur, which is the same shit that's going on in Miami. And that's why the shit was so popular. Niggas really wanted to hear what was going on in everybody else's world. And that was a great thing. So there we were, delivering the word that niggas wanted to hear. And it was fresh and straight off the block, raw, uncut, and unadulterated. When it first started out, the system didn't want anything to do with us. They didn't know how to do anything with us. We were doing our own thing. And that was a threat, and that's why they tried to shut us down. I really think that's why rap was always getting dragged into congressional hearings and shit like that. Because niggas were making money legally, and lots of it, and the American system hadn't figured out how to take its cut. Of course, once they figured that shit out, all of that political pressure stopped. They always wanted to say that we were glorifying violence, or the street life, or drug dealing, or sex, or whatever it was.
They really want to stop in this country. That's the scary part, is a black person finding a way to get money, especially a black man, finding out how to get money legally without them. That is the biggest threat.
Anything that made them uncomfortable, we were glorifying it. I never understood that. We weren't glorifying shit. It was just there. If I say I get a lot of pussy, you could say that's glorifying fucking. But if you ask me, I'm just telling you how it is. I get a lot of pussy. To me, that's just speaking the truth. Nobody was trying to glorify a goddamn thing. It was just about being as real as you could be. It was what it was at that time. It's still like that today. We have a problem in this country with telling the truth about what's really going on. especially when it comes to the history and the day-to-day realities faced by the black population. It's always skewed or distorted or ignored. Sometimes I can't tell which is worse. Would I rather they ignored the death of Michael Brown, or would I rather they shoot him dead and then tried to paint him like a criminal?
Right.
So I really think that a lot of the bad press that rap music has always gotten is just a way to take the attention off of the continued systematic targeting and terrorizing of young black men in their own fucking communities. How do you glorify reality? America is always looking for something to blame for the reason why it's destroying itself. First, it was jazz that was destroying America. Then it was rock and roll. Then it was disco. Then it was rap. But you know, I think America is destroying America. Our country is built on a foundation of rules and laws and belief systems that date back to the 1700s and the 1800s, back to the time of slavery. And it's fucking us up. It's breeding hate. It's deeper than a record. Hate goes way deeper than that. A buddy of mine really ate a bitch.
What?
He literally killed her and ate her. I had another homeboy who was killed in his house with his girl and all of his friends. I have another homeboy that was killed by a cop. So I ask again,
Is he
who's
gonna talk about
glorifying
that? I want
what?
to hear more about this friend that killed his girlfriend and ate her. Damn.
That's what I've always wanted to know, because this is the shit that's really going on. But I'm still waiting on an answer to that one. I'll probably be waiting my whole life. The way I see it, I'm like GE. I bring good things to life. I'm serious. I feel like it's every rapper's responsibility, just like it's the responsibility of everyone with a massive platform and a megaphone, to speak to the masses.
Said that logo. That's the commercial they used to have back in the day. GE, we bring good things to life. Remember that? That's for anybody that's over the age of 35.
And expose the problems that they see in society. It's like they say in New York, if you see something, say something. Because if you don't expose the problem and don't let the world know that there is a problem that needs to be addressed, then no one will ever know that there was a problem in the first place. And it will continue. You bet your motherfucking ass. So it's my responsibility to speak the truth about what's really going on. That's what the community looks to me to do, and I owe it to them to deliver every single time. And the shit goes deep. You ever heard the saying, save the land, join the clan? White people are arming themselves every day, and they have been for years. Then, when you think about how easy it has been to get a felony drug charge, and how hard it is to get a legal gun, never mind steady work, as a convicted felon, and you factor in the rates of incarceration of the black and white communities, you can start to see how deep this shit goes. These motherfuckers are not playing with us, for real. They can paint us as demons in the media, and they can make the country scared of young black men. But this shit is way bigger than us, and it's way bigger than rap. Don't get it confused. We are the hunted. We are the motherfucking target. You better wake the fuck up. And I don't believe in peaceful protest. Peaceful protest will just get your ass kicked again. It's just like in life. If a motherfucker is fucking with you in the hood, and you keep turning the other cheek, you're gonna keep getting your ass kicked. The only way to beat a bully is to fight. Win, lose, or draw, you've gotta fight. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The same goes for the state. Honestly, I'm happy when I see niggas fight back. Like that shit in Ferguson was great to me. Or when they rioted in LA after the Rodney King trial. I love that shit. I'm for anything radical when it comes to the mistreatment of minorities. You can't lay down in the face of oppression. You have to fight in order for them to respect you. So I love it when motherfuckers want to go to war. I know it sounds crazy, but fuck it. I love it. So our music was a reflection of that. America thought it could push us aside, put its foot on our throats, and keep us there, silent and dying. But the ghetto boys and all of our peers came out with one simple message. Fuck that. No matter what they tried to do
Right.
to us, we were
That
going
was
to
good.
make sure
That was
that
real
we
good.
were heard.
I liked that one, man. That was a good chapter,
Chapter
man.
11.
And I hate to say it, but he got a point. You're gonna get freedom and you're gonna get respect. Then somebody just keep hitting you. You know, peaceful protest. You know, that's why they. Yeah, you can come and have a. The people that's doing the killing telling you, okay, y'all can march or y'all gotta be peaceful. Like, no, y'all. Reason why we're here is because y'all wasn't peaceful, because y'all shot and killed somebody. So, yeah, I would have to agree with Scarface. Shoot, that's the only time I really see change is when something been burnt down. I hate to say it. I noticed that with the Rodney King thing. When they started acting the fool out here in LA in the early 90s, that's when they did a retrial. Then they went and started putting them police in jail when they thought that the people was gonna burn the damn city down. You know, if we just if they would have just peaceful protests, even though they didn't really do too much time, but still they did something, right? Which even if they did that, because they could just say in the media, "Oh yeah, we're gonna give him 2 years," and then his ass is at home. They'll tell him to go to Canada somewhere. Give him, hey, just lay low in Canada until your time is up. We got you an apartment. You know what I'm saying? We got you an assumed name. They know how to hide you now if they want to. So you think these cops is doing prison time? I don't even think that Darian Wilson dude is in jail. To be honest with you, I think he's somewhere in. They done hit him off somewhere in Mexico somewhere. He's somewhere in an apartment. He's not in no jail cell. Anyway, what do y'all think about this book? Real good. Diary of a Madman by legendary rapper from Houston, Scarface, aka Brad Jordan. Go ahead and leave your comments. What do you think about this? And see y'all on the next one. Take care. Scarface gives his opinion on today's rap trends. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel.
So when I think about how I want my shit to sound, that's my inspiration. I'm trying to push those same limits, but in my own way. From there, I start cycling through whatever's current, because I never want to lose my edge. It doesn't matter what's going on in hip-hop, whether it's the hardcore gangster shit, or the fly shit, or the weirdo shit, or whatever it is. I want to make sure I'm up on it and in step. And not so that I can follow the trends, neither. Hell no. I hate all of that copycat shit. Always have. It's always been whack. Hip-hop has always been about style and self-expression. But it feels like as the culture's gotten older, that's somehow been lost. You've got all of these guys out here now, just trying to transform into whatever's hot, to chase some dollars and some airplay. But if you're chasing the next man, who the fuck are you really? You get it on the production end too, but if you ask me, that's not being a producer or an MC, that's being a chameleon. It's biting straight up. I don't get it. It's fucking up the culture. That shit used to get you clowned out of the game. I've never tried to make what's popular or tried to jump on some trend to get on the radio and sell records. That shit is corny to me. I'm not trying to make records that are on trend, and I'm not just kicking some raps to catch a check. Never have and never will. I'm trying to make records that are timeless, and that's every time I step in the booth. So when I start diving into current rap, it's not so I can fall in line with what's hot. It's to make sure that I'm not only competitive with the young bucks that are out here getting it, I'm running ahead of the field with the leaders of the pack. Once I'm caught up with where the game's at today, I take a step back and start breaking out all of the classic shit that raised me and the records made by the people I consider to be my peers. Shit like NWA's 100 Miles and Running and Niggas for Life. Public Enemy's It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. A Tribe Called Quest's Midnight Marauders. Ice-T's Power and all of the Juice Crew shit. No matter how many times I've heard those records, I'm always finding new shit. That's where I get my perspective, because you can't lose sight of that foundation or forget where you came from. Those records really remind me of just how great this art form can truly be. They set the precedent for making a great hip-hop album, and they inspire me to this day. And you can't write if you're not inspired. At least I know I can't. It's never going to work. I feel like I'm on a mission when I'm in the booth. Like, it's not really about me. It's about bringing everything that's really going on out here to life. I feel like I have a responsibility to do that shit. And that shit is intense. I think that's why I can't just write a song in a couple of hours. There are guys out here who can just walk in, hear the beat, put the verse down or piece it together in their head, kick that shit, and be out. Now, some of them will just be making a whole lot of noise and not saying shit. But there are others out there that are efficient and stone fucking cold, like Jay-Z. I first met Jay-Z in 1998 or 1999 when we were both out in LA. I was working on my album The Last of a Dying Breed, and he came through to lay a few records with me. He was so sick with it and so damn fast that I thought he was spitting pre-written shit. I used to think that was just how he worked, that he had a stash of pre-written rhymes, and when it came time to lay something down, he just dipped in that stash and dropped the shit in. It wasn't until a year or so later, after I'd had time to work with him on some more songs like This Can't Be Life from The Dynasty Rock La Familia and Guess Who's Back from The Fix, that I realized he's just a freak of nature.
Yeah, JJ the truth. Hit that thumbs up button, guys.
He can hear a beat 3 times, just sitting there in the studio listening to it ride. And you can be in the middle of a conversation with him, and he'll zero in on something, and then jump up and go in the booth and lay that shit down and walk out like, so you were saying? That shit is incredible. I'm not like that at all. Instead, I'll latch on to a beat that I'm fucking with and let it guide me. I'm like a pit bull with that shit. I'll put the beat on loop and listen and listen and listen, and maybe jot down some words that I think are cool or sound good or might work well together on a song, and then listen and listen and listen and just not let it go. I'm not about to just walk in and spit a verse just because I have a few lines on a page or in my phone. Nah, I'll take my time listening and work out a 16-bar verse that feels right, and then I'll do it again. Listening, 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 until I work out another 16. And I'll just keep going like that until I have the last verse. When I'm really locked in, I try to write at least a song and a half a day. 2 songs is a good day. 3 songs in a day is almost unheard of. And it's been like that since the beginning. Because I work so deliberately, I've never been into that whole living in the studio shit. There are a ton of guys out here that's all they want to do. Pac was like that. Tone Capone and Mike Dean are like that. Dr. Dre is like that. Those guys just live in the lab. But not me. My baseline goal has always been 1 song a day, every day. Even if it's just a beat or even 1 verse. Just put that consistent quality work in. And if I've got something down that I like and feel solid, then go do something else. But shit, guys like Pac would do 5 or 6 songs in 1 day minimum. His work ethic was stone cold, colder than anybody else's I've ever seen. It's something to aspire to, especially when you're booking time in a big studio that you don't own. When you're putting that kind of bread on the table, it's all about pushing yourself to get as many songs done as possible, whatever it takes. We recorded like that in the very early days, but as soon as I could break free of that crunch, I did. But recording with Pac was some shit. You had to be ready with your verse in 30 minutes or less.
Looking for a professional photographer for your next big event? Need video of your special day? Then look no further. For $100 an hour, have a professional photographer or videographer shoot your wedding, birthday party, quinceañera, bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, anniversary party, or whatever your special occasion may be. Highlight your event with professional, crisp photos and video. Check out Charles Arness Photography on Instagram as well as book us for your next event. Must live in the Southern California area.
Because he was already ready to go. And if you weren't ready by the time he was ready to record, he'd give you shit like you were bullshitting. I remember one night we were working together, and I was sitting at the board writing, when Pac came in with his shit all sewn up like, "You ready?" And I was like, "Man, I gotta finish this song. They're telling me I've got to get a single." And he just blew up. "Man, you sitting here all fucking day and all fucking night trying to get a single? You're not going to get a single. Just write that shit. Just keep writing." See, his whole thing was, rather than try to make the perfect record, just keep making records, and the right record would come out of the work, and that's how you'd get your single. He used to always say, "You're going to make a motherfucker think, or you're going to make a motherfucker dance." I was trying to make motherfuckers think. And I know he was too. But he was also after the other thing. And he had a trick. You have to get across to these bitches without offending them. And then the niggas are going to want what the bitches want, he told me. Well, shit.
Spoken like true Tupac fashion. Oh, man.
He had a gift for both. That's why he had so many great records, and in such a short time, too. I really think the most important part of the song is the first 4 or 5 lines that you hear. Those are the come lines. The bars that are going to draw you in, set the mood, and let you know what the song is going to be about, and whether you should be fucking with it or not. Yeah. Shit like, "Now the funeral is over, and all the tears have dried up, from no tears," or, "He greets his father with his hands out, rehabilitated slightly, glad to be the man's child," from "I Seen a Man Die." I pride myself on my come lines, and I always put the most time into those. I want you to know as soon as you hear my voice, you should always be fucking with my records. At the same time, I'm super critical of my own shit. You have no idea. Making music is what I do. It's my only hustle. I don't own a beauty salon or a detail shop or a wing stop or none of that shit. Right. I make music, and it's consumed the majority of my adult life to the point where I never really had time for anything else. It's only recently that I've started getting out and coaching football and playing golf. But really, ever since I was 16, I've been in the studio recording my life, trying to make the best music I can make, to live up to my family's legacy, and to be a part of history. I've always felt like I've had something to prove, and that's still true to this day, and will probably be true until the day I die. But it's because of that drive and that competitiveness that I never listen to my own songs. Never. I can't. I listen to the songs.
Sorry about that, guys. Hit that thumbs up button.
Songs when I'm recording them, and we're working on them, of course. But once it's done, I'm done. I feel like I put so much into it that I don't want to hear it anymore. You know, once it's out, you've already tinkered with it so much and worked so hard to perfect the mix, or get the vocals or the drums just right, or tighten up a verse or whatever it is. Once it's released into the world, that's it. You can't touch it up or improve it anymore. So anything you hear on that commercial version that you might want to do differently, or worse, any imperfections you might hear, even if it's something only you can hear because it's buried so deep in the mix, that's it. It's done. It's out of here. And I don't need all of that drama, because I know 10 times out of 10, I'm going to hear some shit that we could have made hit just a bit harder or done just a bit better. So I just avoid it altogether. When it's done, or at least when the label tells me it's done, because I will work on an album for damn near 10 years if someone didn't make me stop, then I don't want any part of it. To me, making music is kind of like being with a woman in that way. When you're writing the songs and making the beats, it's like you're in love with her. But as soon as you're done, it's like you've had her. The passion's gone, and that's it. You don't even want to be around her anymore, and it's on to the next one.
That is from Diary of a Madman. Memoirs of Brad Scarface Jordan, one of the hip-hop legends, one of the biggest hip-hop legends in the South, come out of the South and in hip-hop period. I grew up listening to Scarface. Interesting though how he talked about the work ethic that Tupac had, but we've heard about that. That's why he's one of the legends, and he's not even here no more because he put in that work. I realized late in life that people measure you by your work, man. If that's all you got, what you've done. Why should you get praise if you haven't done anything? That's why you got to go out there and put that work in. Whatever that work may be, that's your passion. If you have a passion for something, put your all into it. Something that I learned late in life, but I hope that you young people get now and you can take that with you. Anyway, what y'all think? Leave your comments, subscribe to Charles and Man's World. Hit that thumbs up, man. Appreciate it.